Hi, welcome to another edition of TFT Hyper Roll, where I try to show you some builds I use and how I got there to maybe help some people be better or worse. I don't know. Anyway, I saw the chance for a BF sword off the carousel, and so I decided to grab it. And right here, when I saw a Nidalee this early and I already had a Gragas, I wanted to try and go Dawnbringer. Since Dawnbringer is one of the stronger rolls in the overall game, but a little difficult to do on Hyper Roll. I'll get a little bit more into the why of that in a couple of minutes, and you'll see how I tried to compensate for it in this game. However, one of my key plans was to use the new Nidalee as much as possible. So here I grabbed the sparring glove. Since the latest patch, Nidalee has received increased dodge chance and increased attack speed as a result of that dodge, so you can do wonderful things with her. I grabbed the Atrox here just so I could trigger the Legionnaire buff so I can maybe start winning a couple of rounds and not lose so many points so early. Unlike in my normal TFT matches, I'm not rolling too much here. And it's not because I'm econing to get interest, it's because ultimately a lot of the Dawnbringers that you need are 3, 4, 5 cost characters. And so I need the gold later on in the game when I'm going to be rolling. So I'm trying to use fill-in units at this point to make up for not losing as much. I get a Riven, so I'm now able to pair her up as the second Legionnaire, so I no longer need the Callista to trigger that buff, and I can get a 4th Dawnbringer out to get the increased healing for it. Now, I had mentioned earlier that one of the keys to this match was to make Nidalee do everything she needs to do, and her aspect of the Cougar now starts with a 45% dodge chance. Putting a Trap Claw on her will increase that to 60%. So once I can put this on, it will increase her dodge chance to 60%. I'm going to be looking for all the various items that will best increase her dodge chance so that I'm hoping to get her up to the 90% dodge that can be done with a Trap Claw, a Quicksilver, and a Shroud of Stillness. As you can see, even at the 60%, she is dodging a heck of a lot of attacks, although not quite enough to beat this little group of Hellions, at least not yet. We need our more powerful Dawnbringer characters. We silver up our Nidalee, and as you see, we're still holding at 20 gold. Right now, we don't have a huge percentage chance of getting the 4 costs, and we're really looking for that. We grab the Negatron Cloak, and luckily, there is a Karma hanging out there. With only a 5% chance to get a 4, it was a pretty lucky pull. Time to put the Quicksilver on Nidalee and bring her dodge chance now up to 75%. Replacing Soraka with Karma is easy. This triggers the Invoker buff, and with a Dark Blue buff, Karma will be casting more often. However, we're still not in a great place as most of our characters are 1-star or bronze, however you feel best about it. But as you can see, Nidalee is able to do a lot of work and dodge a lot of auto attacks. However, she can't necessarily dodge all the spells that'll get cast on her, so she will get taken out by Katarina. The only real choice here was the Shadow Chain Vest, and that will allow me to make the Dark Shroud of Stillness, which I can put on Nidalee at a later time. I'm not rushing to do it right now because I'm really wanting to see that I can get everyone up where I need them. As you can see, with the Dark Blue buff, Karma is able to absolutely tear out damage, and Nidalee is able to dodge a lot of auto attacks, making her very powerful. Once you put the Dark Shroud on Nidalee, she basically has cooties. She is going to increase the maximum mana of any character that is either in front or behind or right next to her by 65%. So my goal is to keep everyone away. With a needlessly large rod, I immediately want to put that on Karma just to give her any additional power that she can have. With a decent percentage chance of rolling 4s, it's time to start rolling through some of our gold and see what we can silver up. Making the Jeweled Gauntlet is a no-brainer on Karma, as that will make her attacks even more powerful when they do crit. You can see that she starts doing huge amounts of damage to anything around her, and with the dark blue buff pumping out additional mana, she's really able to take out the backlines, while Nidalee is essentially able to tank through pure dodges. As you can see here, it's just dodge, 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 over and over again. And no matter how many daisies Ivern summons, Nidalee's able to dodge all the auto attacks and win the fight. We want to make our other Dawnbringers a little more powerful, so it's time to put some items on Riven. A Bloodthirster and Giant Slaver will give her some good attacks from the front. Meanwhile, we'll still have Nidalee and Karma working from the back. We find our third Karma, but not in time for this particular fight. We also pick up an additional Mordekaiser, as we replaced Aatrox with a Mordekaiser at this point, just because he is a far better Legionnaire than Aatrox is, and could be very useful later on in the game. Even though she's still bronze, you can see that Karma is just doing massive amounts of damage with that item combination. We grab a Titan's Resolve off this NPC. And of course, remember, Nidalee has cooties, so wherever we put her, we want to move everyone out of the way, because she is going to taint anyone's mana she comes in contact with. We've grabbed a Taric as well, and that's because we want our last Dawnbringer to be Garen. That's who we're really looking for at this point. Garen will give us the Night buff and bring us up to 6 Dawnbringers, which is the maximum amount of healing we're going to be able to get at this time, since we do not have a Dawnbringer emblem. Again, you can see the power of Karma now that she's silver. With her critical attacks, she is just taking over the damage charts. We silver up our Soraka and then look through some of the remaining players' boards to see if our Nidalee is in the right place with her Shroud of Stillness. There's only one person who's going to evade us, and of course that's who we end up against, because this was the only possible place where we could actually hit none of the champions. So we get no mana reduced on their team, and their team is extremely strong. As you can see, even though our Mordekaiser is doing some nice work, they do end up getting through our Nidalee. Riven holds on for as long as she can, and while Karma is able to throw out amazing damage, she cannot survive under that much pressure for that long. Grab a Teemo at this point, because having 2 health or 1 health doesn't matter, and there we are. That is the Garen we have been looking for. This will end up giving us our 2 Knights and our 6th Dawnbringer. Now very quickly, we also are lucky enough to get a Neeko's help from that round. So we roll, find a second Garen, and just like that, we have a silver Garen, and I'm feeling pretty good about the match at this point. Even though we only have 1 health, Nidalee's in just the right spot to take all of the mana off their team, making it much more difficult for them to get that first cast, and we're able to take out most of their team before they're able to do anything to us. And as you can see, Karma with over 10,000 damage in that. And just like that, it's down to me with the one person who's running in the middle. I move Nidalee over to the middle and then everyone else away from her, because remember, she has cooties at this point. And I keep expecting them to move, but I'm checking in and they're not doing anything. I don't know if that's because they're focused on trying to increase their champions, or if it's because they don't think they have to since they beat me the last time we went. But the last time we went, I didn't have Nidalee increasing their mana cost by 65%. This gives us a chance to do some major damage to them before they're able to cast a bulk of their spells. However, what's really key in this match is the 90% dodge chance on Nidalee. As you can see, their team is really revolving around Aatrox, taking everything out. However, Aatrox relies on auto attacks, and he is just unable to land a solid auto attack on Nidalee, which she dodges over and over and over again until Karma is able to come in and clean it up with over 14,000 damage.
That is 90% dodge and 100% pain. The team is Dawnbringers. Just remember the name. Have an awesome day.